Hey Caroline, how are you?
Hey, Neil, how are you? I'm good.
I'm good. I'm very happy to have you on the summit.
Exciting.
I have
Thank you.
a lot of questions about the company, the product, the features. But first, maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself so
Yeah.
the audience will know.
I'm Caroline Tran. So I'm the co-founder and CEO of AirCrex, a fintech startup that's based in Sydney, Australia. So my background is obviously around, being working in commercial finance for the last 7 years. And obviously myself being a qualified CPA, and I've been working with, the bank's been working in digital products over the last 5 years. And I've seen the gap of, people don't actually understand what finance is, the gap of the lack of financial education
Mhm.
and the lack of, being able to understand what actually, all of these digital financial bankings actually offer them, like the real meaning of these digital bankings to, um, to people. So that's why, I started AirCrex literally just before the pandemic, because obviously I'm, from seeing the gap of people don't really understand and people don't know how to manage their finances effectively. So therefore, I started, this fintech startup with my co-founder, who is a software engineer at Microsoft. So, obviously with the two of us, we really wanted to provide a compelling solutions to offer to the market and obviously offer a better digital products to our consumers.
So I was looking on your website. First, it's very
Yeah,
impressive, I have to say.
thank you.
It looks amazing. Like
Thank
I
you very
didn't know
much.
you just started before the
The
pandemic, right?
pandemic, yeah. It's
Wow.
it's pretty a cool, like fun story. You never thought, because obviously, well, the idea obviously it was back then, like last year, but we literally just focused on building the business just before the pandemic, when everything went down, like before COVID time. So yeah, we had a few challenges going through it, but it's we right here right now and ready to rock and roll. So yeah.
So
So
I
that's
have
where we learn as well, launching in like challenging time, learning to these crazy times. You never know, like, but it's great. Like it's high risk, high returns. So it's super interesting.
But from what I'm seeing on your website, it's really that time for a service like yours, right?
Yeah, like it's exactly. And when I'm going to like pandemic, everyone literally was just super cautious and super like skeptical about I need to get back to being able to manage my finances better, because as you can see, people are losing jobs as well. We're going to a recession, so it's the right time for us to getting this product out and help as many people as possible.
So I saw lots of features on the website. For example, just something that comes to my mind. I saw an AI that
Yep.
really grows with me and walk me through the financials and help me.
Yeah, so AI technology, obviously, it's not a new technology per se. So it's obviously it's a lot of all the banks and digital or fintechs already use leveraging this technology. But the way that we think AI could help our business and also the products that we're offering is that it helps automate a lot of process, and also to understand our consumers, through the technology. Because if you can imagine, we would have like thousands and thousands of users on our database. So obviously using AI technology will help with, analyze the transactions, help with, understand and throwing out, better recommendation to our consumers. So AirCrex is actually, I would say, when you look at our website, it probably will, come across as a personal financial platform, but we are more than that. So we are a super app that I've called it a autonomous financial platform that helps millennials and Gen Z to manage their finances better. And why we're focusing on millennials and Gen Z, because we see this generation faces higher pressure, in the economy, because obviously, with higher inflation rates and obviously higher mortgage rates, and like, the time that you're gonna to afford your house, your first home is longer than,
Yeah.
boomers or Gen X. So obviously, yeah, and also because I think it's these generations will resonate with a lot of things what we're gonna offer. So Yeah, so we wanted to create this compelling financial products that transition towards autonomous finance using AI technology. So we help to automate a lot of process, therefore, provide a seamless connection to people's lives. So finance no longer an issue for them. And obviously educate our users at the same time in the journey that helping them to achieve their financial goals.
And how does it work if I'm in Australia and I have my accounts in banks?
Yeah, so you have obviously, so research has shown that. So like millennials in the workforce, like someone like me, right? You're in your 20s, you have a job, so you probably will have 2 bank accounts and a credit card. So minimum 3 bank accounts. So we're gonna connect everything in one place and provide this super powerful platform to connect all your bank accounts in one place. And obviously we will help you to analyze and optimize your data. And obviously we will use AI technology to automate a lot of process. So we wanted to be, so our solution is quite different to other neobanks already offered in the market. So if you see neobanks, they actually offer these aggregations as well.
Mm-hmm.
You aggregate with a lot of, other bank account into your bank accounts. But because we are not a bank, we are independent, no, we're commission driven. So all of these, based on our business model, it's actually different, like because we are a third party. We're right here watching all the best of all the financial products that are available in the market. So we can recommend our consumers the best of breed in the financial markets. So yeah, so we are the independent. And obviously, by the way that we building our brand, it's super relevant. It's super, resonates with millennials and Gen Z. We communicate in their language, the branding that we're trying to build, the tone of voice that we're trying to communicate. So it's different. So and also we wanted to build this social dynamic into the app as well to drive engagement, to retain our customers, to make finance fun and relevant to our consumers.
And hustling, yeah.
Exactly. So it's not, so when you open an app, it's not just an app with a lot of numbers or an app that simply bank apps that help you to obviously make payments and understand your finances. But we wanted to have that social dynamic in the app as well. And because we are not a bank, again, so we're independent, we're trying to help consumers and millennials and Gen Z to offer them the best of service, available in the market through automations. So imagine you have obviously AirCrex as an app, connects all the bank accounts. In there, we're going to help you optimize your financial data using AI technology at the back end. So our app is going to be super powerful. And then we obviously understand your spending habits, your behavioral, what are we doing in the day, how much you're going to spend in the month, therefore, and obviously how much you save in your bank account. So based on your, daily habits and behavioral, we understand you. So we know what you need. And obviously we know what your goal is. So what of the functions in our app is the goal. So compile all of these features, we can recommend you with the best products in the market. And then the entire process will be automated to move your money to that financial products, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
therefore, this is the ultimate. So that's why we call us autonomous financial platform. And because we're not commission driven, so we don't get any, so our business model is different. So we don't get commissions from the bank as other, if you can see other financial or other fintechs available in the market, they would charge banks money to be able to obviously get their consumers on the bank's account. So we don't charge commissions. The way we work is we're gonna obviously have the subscription model to help our consumers to optimize as much as we can, and based on that, obviously that we provide the objective opinions and help you to achieve your financial goals. So yeah, so that's the way of we are different in the market right now. I know, obviously, I've been repeating this, but we're not going to be a bank in the future because that's not something that we're trying to achieve. Because my goals in building AirCrex is to help many millennials, many people as much as possible to achieve their financial goals quicker by helping to automate the entire process and educate them. So now you understand the process. So then you can help yourself as well, to get a better financial products that available in the market that helps with your situation. So yeah.
Amazing. I have to tell you that the website was very clear, which is a good
I
feedback.
know, and thank you. And obviously, you know, outside of that, our core product offerings, we wanted to help with payment solution as well, because obviously we wanted to see our platform as an all-in-one financial products that can do anything for you. So yeah, it's super interesting and super excited for us
Yeah.
to deliver these, you know, these offerings in a, you know, in a couple
I
of
think it's
weeks time.
also, as you said at the beginning, it's also, it comes in the right time. And also
Correct.
in terms of the global fintech trends and where does the world goes, I think the whole automation thing that you mentioned, this is
Yeah.
where we all go.
Yeah.
We won't be able to do all these decisions by ourselves. And
Yeah.
if you have the AI to do that for us.
Exactly. It all makes sense because we really educate our user on the platform. So they understand what is basically a saving account is, how much interest you get charged on this credit card. So therefore they understand all the financial products that we're going to offer them. And then we help them to automate the entire process, obviously through our consumers' consent. But imagine right now, if you're going to open a bank account, you have to go through a lot of process and it takes like 3 or 5 days to get the bank accounts ready. So I wanted to limit, you know, obviously remove frictions and limit the time of opening or closing the bank account, therefore create an autonomous financial platform to our consumers.
Does open banking in Australia helps what you do? I know
Yeah,
it's
so open banking in Australia is super new. It's still like I would say 2 years away from being as mature as the UK market. So there is open banking already regulations available in Australia, but it's 2 months old. So we obviously you know partner off with so we enter a strategic partnership with a API provider in
Hmm.
Australia to help us connect all of these data in one place. And obviously we have this data enhancement as well to make sure the data coming in our platform has super high quality and has the information to help our optimization tool to understand our customers' behavioral and customers' financial data. So it's super important for us to find a really good API provider
Yeah.
to be able to offer this. So yeah, and we're super lucky to find one. So yeah.
I wanted to touch on something else that at least I understood from the website.
Yeah.
It seems like you're really putting yourself with your consumers, like with the customers. Like
Yeah.
you want to grow with them. You want to be on their side,
Yeah.
and also, it's also like a community aspect. So it's almost
Correct.
like, again, you said you're not a bank, but also you
Yeah.
are growing. Their success is your success. If I understand, you want to grow it with them.
Correct.
So that's the
Yeah. Because
community
yeah,
aspect.
so that's the goals because that is my vision and this is why I'm doing this. Because you know being a qualified CPA, I see a lot of people actually struggle to understand pretty much what finance means. So I wanted to have this platform that educates our users and provide a community that you can connect, speak to financial advisors, a community that you can, you know, get advices from, you know, professionals and asking questions anonymously. Oh yeah, and the community is absolutely anonymous, so you can ask any questions anytime and you know without people knowing who you are, because if you have like 50K credit cards debt, you wouldn't know like people you wouldn't want people to know that. Or you know if you post questions on Facebook groups and someone, so this is why we wanted to build a community in our app. So if you're, I know Facebook groups and other platforms might offer the same thing, but they actually know who you are.
Yeah.
So you post questions like, oh, I wanted to move my credit cards debt into a new bank account that has less interest, etc. But
Mhm.
someone in that group might know you. So they was like, okay, so this girl actually earns money from someone. So it's not actually a good idea to actually asking questions open unless you're willing to.
Yeah.
So that's why the reason we wanted to build this you know anonymous community is for you to ask any questions without people actually know who you are. Therefore you have this comfort and you have this sort of you know strong belief that, okay, this is going to the right way, and I have to do it because, you know, it's helped with my financial situations. So I'm super exciting, and we already have a community of nearly 2,000 people on our waiting list, and we've been communicating with them on a daily basis. So we send, you know, newsletter, we actually send blogs and like content, quality content, because for me, to be able to grow the community, we have to provide a really good and really great quality content to engage our users, to engage the consumers, and provide content that actually resonates with what they actually want, you know. So this is super important. And at AirCrex, we are investing heavily into the content and, you know, the tone of voice that we actually communicate with our consumers. So yeah.
Okay, I wanted to ask about funding stages. Are you raising money? Where is it going?
Yep. So it's so we already raised our pre-seed as we go into obviously when we started our platform. We are raising seed right now, and I already have investors meetings lining up. We're raising our seed round, and it's happening. So it's super exciting. So we have a lot of like people actually interested, investors, international and local, actually interested in our platform. And the way we're pitching our business to the investors is that obviously we're not a bank, so it's not going to have a lot of, you know, obviously competitive, like they will be competitive, but then the way we want us to communicate with the consumers, and I really want us to focus to grow this customer base instead of like, you know, getting our investors money into it, because, you know, we really need to grow the community. We really need to drive engagement and people downloading the app and provide real value to our consumers. So yeah, speaking of that, so we actually actively like pitching our business. I have like a lot of meetings lining up already, and hopefully we'll get we close our seed round soon. And then we obviously will definitely, you know, because we already have a first version of the MVP. So we actually going to launch our private beta in a couple of weeks, you know, with our community, with our waiting list. So then we'll raise our seed round, and we'll have the money to accelerate growth, you know, obviously polishing the products a little bit more, and then, yeah, ready to, working on other things. So it's a super exciting time.
I can't wait to be to test it.
Yeah,
start
definitely.
using it. Yeah, so I mean, if we are a global summit here with, it's called FinTech Nation, obviously a lot from Australia, and I've done you know, meetings with Australian neobanks, banks, fintechs.
Yeah, sure.
So it's still relevant. Right, for you are open for partnerships, you're open for you know, we have investors here, we have all kinds of fintech players from all over the world.
Yeah.
How can they find out more and reach and connect with you?
Yeah, for sure. I'm available on Twitter. So Twitter is my place to go, and LinkedIn as well. And I actually have, spoken to a lot of people, you know, fintechs and startups, founders across the club. I actually on the like face-to-face video call like this with them, and, you know, learning their experience and learning more of the, obviously the market and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely Twitter. Go connect with me on Twitter. I'd love to speak to everyone. And for us, for AirCrex, we obviously we are still a new fintech startup, but we know we're going in the right directions by offering, you know, compelling financial solutions. So it's a matter of time for us to get, you know, the first product onto the market. So it's super exciting and super, you know, exciting for me and exciting for the team as well at the same time. So so we grew the team from obviously just me and my co-founder to a team of 8.
Wow.
Right now. Yeah, so we're literally working on this, and we have this same vision. So everyone in the team has this same vision, has this same, you know, same commitment, and, you know, wanted to help people to really, you know, make this work. So it's I'm super lucky to have these guys in my team, and we're ready to execute and work on the providing the product to the market.
Well, use the summit, of course, you and the whole team.
Yeah, I would love to connect with everyone.
It's a matchmaking summit, so it's all about business matchmaking. So People
That's all.
hear the talks and connect with each other. And I think you have a very appealing product. And as you said, at a very critical time right now that the audience needs it. People really need it, especially
Yeah.
during these hard times.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to start testing, or at least you
Yeah.
can use the stage here and invite people to register to the
Sure.
beta or to the
Yeah.
waiting list.
I'll definitely speaking. So I already booking in like I think 5 meetings with Club. Yeah, Umbrella. So yeah, it will be definitely interesting to hear about what they think of our products and obviously our suggestions and invite people onto our platform, because we grew our community actually organically. It's all word of mouth. Like people just know about us and we're like, oh, okay, this is super interesting. This is something different. You guys use different sort of like language to communicate with us. So this is great. So yeah, so I definitely would love to talk to everyone in the summit.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
I'll be here. I'll be around here during the day. Happy to connect you to people. I think it's a great idea, great product, and a team. And maybe you'll email me some deck or something, because a lot of
Yeah.
people will be interested. I'm sure. So,
Yeah, definitely. I'll send you the information. I'll send you the deck that we actually sent out to people. Yeah, to have a
amazing.
look.
Thank you very much, and
No, thank you. Thanks for having me.
good luck with the product and everything.
Thank you, No. Thank you. Yeah, we'll definitely chat soon. Chat again soon.
Yes, yes. Bye bye. Take care.
Yeah.